Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today, September 16th, and right now we're looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. Shows this upper level low off the coastline quite nicely. And you remember yesterday we were talking about this thunderstorm activity across the Sierra Nevada, and this SPC did not have anything out for it. Let's see what happened. So you go through the afternoon hours, look at that, boom, boom, lightning strikes across the Sierra Nevada. Looks like we were a step ahead of them there. This is going to continue on for the next few days as well across the Sierra Nevada and some in Northern California. This upper level low will continue to spin. Then we're going to drop another low pressure, maybe a chilly upper level low across Northern California into Nevada. We'll take a look at that in some detail in the extended forecast. Reno National Weather Service calling attention to the thunderstorm activity and some of the threats. Same thing with Sacramento National Weather Service. Typical thunderstorm impacts in the time frame 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. in these green shaded regions, this higher terrain of the Sierra Nevada and some of the coastal range. This day in SoCal weather history, check it out. Rare severe thunderstorms from San Diego to the Inland Empire, downburst winds, downed or damaged hundreds of trees, caused power outages, and you can see 10 aircraft were heavily damaged. They even caught a picture of one of them flipped there. Winds in excess of 50 miles per hour. Always good stuff from National Weather Service San Diego. Take a look at the day one categorical outlook. They've now included this here as we thought they would yesterday. They've increased some of this activity here on their outlook. Smart of them. And you can see on day 3, again, the Sierra Nevada targeted. This is looking at the European 6-hour precipitation in inches. And as we scroll through the next few days, you can clearly see that activity bubbling up as we go through the afternoon hours. We're going to do that again Sunday. We're going to do it again Monday. And we're going to do it again Tuesday afternoon across the higher terrain. And then we'll start turning to that deeper upper level trough, moving down across the area. More on that here in a moment. This is the GFS as of yesterday. You can see that upper level low taking its sweet time, just become almost like a permanent feature off our coastline here. And then we get that deeper trough to settle down over the area, another ridge on the top of that across Pacific Northwest, taking its sweet time to move out there. And if we look a little bit further out, you can see another system out there towards the end of September. But, we'll worry about one thing at a time right now. Now, this is looking at the European versus the GFS, kind of strikingly similar here as we go through the extended. You can see upper level low finally kicks out, and then the upper level low drops down across the region. Pretty good agreement between the models here at 156 hours as of yesterday afternoon for the position of that low. It'd keep things pretty chilly. Could even bring the first snowflakes to some of the higher terrain across the region. We'll take a look at that as well. And then you can see that deeper trough setting up, but the GFS a little bit quicker, bringing that next system in there. But pretty good model agreement all the way out through 240 hours. Nice. This is looking at precipitation, 24-hour running total. If we scroll through the next few days, you can see that continuation of thunderstorms against the higher terrain. We've talked about that in some detail already. Then the next upper level low, here it goes. It starts to settle down over some of the Intermountain West, Northern California, Nevada here. Pretty good model agreement with that. And that one kicks out here. And then the next system could be kind of juicy if the GFS were to verify. But again, way out there in the extended. We're looking now here at the GFS ensemble mean. If you remember yesterday, we talked about some tropical moisture developing down here, and then maybe interacting with an upper level trough here. There it goes. And you can see it trying to get pulled up towards some of the southwest. Doesn't really make it here on a lot of the ensemble members. But, we'll watch that over the next few days. We have plenty of time to look at that. As you can see, that tropical moisture then kind of slides off to the west there. This is looking at the European, similar map here, same map here actually. This is last night's run here. So this goes out 144 hours. There's that tropical system there, and you can kind of see it get entrained into that upper level low, dropping down the coastline here, maybe pulling it up towards extreme Southern California, Arizona, off to the east there. And we'll watch that over the next few days, something interesting. Also, we talked about this tropical cyclone potential formation here, and now the Hurricane Center is onto it. So maybe we're a step ahead of them there again here too. Easier said than done though. But yeah, anyway, chance of cyclone formation over the next 70 days at about 40% here. But as you saw, the European and the GFS are both showing it. This is looking at Sacramento, a little bit of dip in temperatures there as that upper level settles down over the area. Of course, the impacts from these upper level lows are going to be felt much more across a lot of the higher terrain. But you can see, below average temperatures there, and definitely no heat wave. Crescent City, maybe a few days above average, but above average really only means some of the upper 60s there. Here we go with Truckee Tahoe. Check it out. Big ensemble spread here as we go through the end of next week with that upper level low, still dealing with some uncertainty there, but some pretty chilly temperatures. Las Vegas even feeling the effects there. Palm Springs, nice and seasonable, below average or so, and down towards the 90-degree mark. 8 to 14 days, we got these troughs around. They've kept us in the below average here across a lot of the southwest. Through September 29th, here's the 8 to 14 days, something similar as what we had yesterday. Now look at some of these individual 24-hour totals as you go off into the future. Kind of juicy there, but this would be that upper level low here. So not a lot of precipitation precipitation with it here, but it could bring some snow again for the higher terrain. We'll look at that here in a moment. Here's Redding. That could bring some precipitation there, but again, a lot of the ensemble members don't have anything here, so we're kind of dealing with some pretty good uncertainty here as we go through the end of next week. This is 500 millibar heights and 850 millibar temperatures here at Lake Tahoe, and you can see the control is still kind of on the outlier, the more extreme ensembles, but the mean is starting to pick up on this a bit more here. It wasn't quite showing this dip. So this is that upper level low as we move through, Thursday and Friday upcoming here. And you can see at 5,000 feet, some chilly temperatures coming in here as well. Lake Tahoe, could the first snowfall of the season be right around the corner? It's possible. You can see quite a few ensemble members showing some measurable snowfall coming up here. Reno, a few of them are picking up on it, but again, a lot of them as well don't have anything. But it would be interesting here. Some of the higher terrain could get some of the first snowflakes of the season. Look at Reno. You can see the nice warm afternoons here as we scroll through. But by the time we get towards the end of next week, you can clearly see this upper level low and that cold air coming and really extending all the way down to the surface there. So interesting stuff there. That's Reno International Airport. Now we're going to take a look at one of these solutions here, number 2. So let's go ahead and scroll ahead here, and you can really see that upper level low just carved down over there. You look at right over the top of Reno there. Interesting stuff. This is just one of the many ensemble members out there, but you can kind of see that nice position. You can kind of imagine that cold air aloft moving right over the region. And this is Lake Tahoe. You can clearly see the arrival of that upper level low into the area here after some, fairly warm days here. We might be cooling down quite a bit towards the end of next week. And again, we are looking, several days out into the future here. So you got to take this with a grain of salt right now. We'll be watching this as we go, especially tomorrow. If the models keep on agreeing on that, of course, our confidence is going to go up. And that's Lake Tahoe there. And of course, look at our reservoir conditions, at or above historical average for many of these locations here. So doing quite well water-wise across much of the state. You remember that when I first started covering California here, a lot of these were well below the historical average, and we were just in this massive march, just catching up for a lot of areas with that extremely nice winter we had in early spring, with bringing all that precipitation across the region. So anyway, I hope you guys are liking these videos. We'll continue to watch this stuff here, and we'll continue to look out in the future. We got tropical moisture potential moving back in there. We've got cold upper level lows. We got this upper level system off the coastline here. So it's always something interesting to watch here weather-wise, and we'll just continue to do so day by day as we head on into the winter months. And I'll have the El Nino video in the next day or two out here. I'm diving into a little bit of some rabbit holes out here, but I am working on it, so it should be coming out here in the next couple days or so. But anyway, click like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.